Eternal Shenron! By your name I summon you forth!
Now what's going on over at Capsule Corp? Those rich people always throwing the craziest parties.
This toy was brought to you by Nakama Toys, Japanese collectibles from your favorite anime, games, sci-fi, comics, and more. Check them out at nakamatoys.com or in their store in Logan Square, Chicago, Illinois.
Alright, hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is the review for Kamen Rider Wizard's Dragon. That's right. This thing is actually something I've really wanted for a long time. I was really happy that Nakama Toys had it in stock the first time I went in there, and it's been sitting there tempting me to buy it all this time. I just think it's a very cool toy. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'll show you why in just a few minutes. But let's first take a look at the box, shall we? So on the box, you have a nice little photo of Kamen Rider Wizard over here. Dragon with all of his wings. The separation of dragon and motorcycle. The ring up in the corner that it comes with. You take a look at the top. Here you go. More images. Whoop. Take a look at the side. On the bike. Yeah. Vroom vroom. More. Just lots of nice cool product shots. Now obviously this is also designed to work with the figures that were coming out, you know, as the basic toy line, all that sort of stuff. I don't have any of these Wizard basic figures down here, so as a substitute I will be using my Forza LX States Figuarts, and it's a nice comparison because you'll at least see how Figuarts fits with a toy not designed for Figuarts. On this side, really nice photo of Dragon, Wizard, and then just the bottom. I think that just about wraps it up on the box. There's not a whole lot to say other than it's pretty, very pretty. It's big, I'll give it that. It is quite large, but this is a big toy. So, away to the side with you. Now let's talk about first the ring. Now, I'm going to apologize because I don't have the Wizard driver, so I can't really show you any of the sounds that it makes, but we can trick it. We can trick it with O's. So, this has got the, you know, IFRR reader inside of it. So, if we turn it on, we place it behind, should... Oh, there it goes. You get the LED to work at least. Now you have to remember this was a lot less powerful. It was just for quick reads, so with the Wizard driver it'll be a lot brighter. I think the design on here is actually really nice. The dragon wrapping around like the logo does. It doesn't, out of the box, it's not going to fit a grown person's hand, but thank you Bandai for realizing that. So you can just take this out, buy an extension set so that it actually will fit your hand, and then wear all the Wizard rings that you like. So that is the ring. Off to the side with that. We won't talk about it further. Now, let's talk first about the motorcycle, and we're going to adjust the camera here for you so that you can see it. Down with you, camera. Down, 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 down. There we go. All right. So this is the Wizard motorcycle for the season for Kamen Rider Wizard, and I think it's actually kind of cool. I really love the motif going with his helmet on the front of the bike. This does move for transformation. It's, you know, should be solid. I just love that clear red that is echoed through just about everything in Wizard's line. I love those clear plastics. The wheels on here both spin freely, obviously. They spin around some hard plastic. It's part of the transformation you'll see once we open it up. That was enclosed all the way. This little peg here, this is for the basic figure's feet when in the final form. Again, you'll see in a second. You got tail lights on the back. You've got the exhaust coming out here. The only thing that I don't like is because of what it works with on Dragon, you have to have training wheels. And I don't like the training wheels. Okay, it's nice that it stands up and just moves, but training wheels. It's training wheels. it makes it look bad in my mind, but that's just me. Now, to show you what it looks like with a figure on it, figure arts are just a little bit bigger, but I don't think that looks so bad. Do you guys? There you go. You got Alec. Wee Alec. I really like how the Alec figure looks on here, actually, because of all the gold. It picks out all the gold in the dragon and all the gold on the bike. Just a nice accent piece. But, yes, so that's sizing for it. Get rid of the figure. Get rid of the bike now. Bye-bye, bike. Whee! Alright, let's talk now on to dragon. This is where, you know, the key part of the toy comes into play. And, man, this thing is massive. It's so big and so beautiful. So, we'll first just start with the head. Now, if you look at the head, mouth doesn't open. You don't get any motion there. You do get a neck bend, and 2 of them at that. This one's ratcheted, but after you get out of the ratchet, it's freed up in the middle, so you can kind of put it wherever you want. So you can get some nice looking down at the rider poses. I really like, again, the eyes have this nice light piping from the big crest on top, so you get this nice pop to them. All of the gold around his head and running down the neck. If you look at the chest, you've got a jewel encrusted right in here. The small wings, I kind of dig that on the dragon when he's not with Wizard, because it's like, I'm so powerful, but I am nothing without the Wizard, because then I don't get cool wings. I like things like that. If you look at the side, you got the feet, really nice. There's lots of gold, the claws, talons coming out the back. The feet are just really well proportioned to the whole body. His whole, like, the way his flow is, it comes down, and then his back does arch down and up. It really gives it a much more natural sort of lizard-like feel, coming down even into the tail. This is a little bulky, but it's transformation stuff. You have to have a good base for it. You look at the top of the wings, you've got that nice sort of webbing, sort of how it should be, where the bones are coming out and that leather is filling in between it. And it's a rubbery plastic too, this whole area, so that it won't break, which just gives it a better feel for how I feel that dragon wings should be. I can't stop talking about this figure and just how good it is as a standalone piece. I have friends that come over and look at it, and it's just, they don't know what Kamen Rider is. They just see a dragon, and it's like, holy crap, a dragon! And that's the impression it makes. So I'm really, really happy with how this figure has turned out, and again, it's just so glad to have it now. So, let's take a look at the special thing. Obviously, when Wizard uses his ring, he gets his motorcycle out, he's riding, just Wizard Dragon is flying, and then bike jumps in the air, and now we get some really cool bike splits open, just like that. Nice ratcheted. Now you hear that, it clicks up one. So when the first time I was putting it on, I was like right here, and I'm like, why isn't it fitting? You have to, it's stiff, and it does sound like it's breaking, but it's not. These also do just come right out. So if it comes out, don't think you broke it, just plug it back in and you're fine. So now we open that up. After we click it up, we open it up. And then right on top, you've got pegs right here. Just, you want to get the front of the bike underneath this portion. I'll try and show you. You want to set it underneath first. If you try and put it in and click it in, it'll probably do that, where it comes on top and then you can't get it down. So you need to put it under first, and then line up, push it in, just 2 clicks, and you're done. And now Wizard Dragon gets his awesome wings. And I mean awesome. Now you've got this huge wingspan, just huge wingspan. I think it looks great on him, really. And the really cool thing is, when you look at the wings, and I'm going to tip them down so you can see this, it's got the nice wizard-like spell circles inside of it, that clear translucent red to just play off of everything else that's showing up now on it. The gold is now on the wings and accented throughout the whole dragon figure. I can't get over how good this thing is. And now when you put the rider on it, and this is where he looks in his best with his Alec with Billy the Kid just flying backwards. And one thing I gotta say is these feet, they do move out. And I think that if you, this is how they're supposed to be. I think if you set them like this, and then if you angle the head just a little further down, I think that's probably the best pose. If you're displaying him, I think that's probably the best. It's like he's ready to pounce and just come at you. So I think it actually looks really good, and you can see that there's really no problems with the Figure Arts on here. So if you have the Figure Arts Wizard, I think it'll look just fine. Again, the production line ones were a little bit smaller. They're meant to go with this, but I think it'll look just as good on here as anything else. So now that we've talked about the Wizard Dragon in his base form, his extended wing awesome form, now we'll go into what it's all about, and that's Rider Kick. So put this off to the side, and now we'll come over here. We'll remove the bike, transform that back. Again, you just flip these under, and then you break that little point, come together, and then you just close it up till it's nice and tight. Sometimes this piece will stick up a little, and you can just press that down and right back to how it should be. Now, the only thing you have to do to get this ready for the next phase is just boop. That's it. You're good. Off to the side. Really cool transformation time. Okay, so we'll put it back, feet where they should be. So first thing you want to do, take the head and straighten it up all the way. Then flip the head piece down, the actual head down. Turn it to the side so you can see that. So you're here. Now we come up, like that. And then you just press down. You're set. Okay, so we'll go to the tricky bit. So the tricky bit is you want to take the feet first and flip them out like that. And you flip here. Now, the wings, you can see that these joints are meant to hold the Wizard bike wings up so that they won't collapse down. So you can't really close Dragon's wings around that, and you can't put them all the way back because the legs are in the way. So what you have to do is you kind of have to do it in the same motion. You have to first get them tilted back as far as they'll go and push them up. Then bring the feet forward and push the wings back. And then everything will kind of go into place. So bring these up until they click. Now you got the wings back. You just want to close that up. And they'll close up pretty nicely. As much as this one here, if I take them apart, you can see that the one side is really bent. Once you put them together, that closes up pretty nice. And yet it's got a little curve to it because of the one, but I think it looks fine. So now you've got that. You want to come to the rear feet, swing them back like that, and rotate down. Again, other side, swing them back, rotate down. And then with the tail section, you want to break it in half. And now it'll come in the box with the tail like this. I should have said that earlier. It just clips on. So usually when I'm doing this, a lot of people just want to grab up here and then you're going to not break the joint. So you want to come down here and really grab at the base of it to break it. And then come down, and it's on a double hinge joint. So you just want to come down as far as it'll go. And then it's got pegs right here. I'll just clip in. Just line it up. Line it up. Why am I having... There it is. And then last, you want to just take it and put that all the way back. So then that's good. You just want to get it to sit flat. Sometimes the head is going to be like that. You just want to... There you go. And now, the connection piece. You've got the Wizard bike. You've got the dragon in the foot. So you want to come up here to the top, and you can see that on the bike, you've got this system that's going to lead in and get clipped, and then a little peg up here. The hole for it is in the tail, so everything is connecting to the tail. It's not going into the base, it's going into the tail. So you want to line this section up behind in the tail, and then just... And it doesn't go straight on, it kind of gets leaned back a little, so you just playing around with it, and then there it is, magic spot, it's in, and now you have a giant wizard foot, and will do what you're supposed to, and lay it down. That's why you've got the training wheels, ladies and gentlemen. It's so that you can have the foot laying down and still display it, and then I'm going to try and get it all in frame. I think I just need to move the camera up a little, so we'll do that. A little more, a little more. There we go. Okay, so with that, you now have the wizard foot, and we'll come around to the main feature. Look at that. Just look at everything that's going on up in the dragon form. All those jewels, the ones that you saw on, the head and the chest, now they're accented with ones that were underneath the feet, and then there's one on the tail as well. So all these jewels come together, and it basically outlines the foot. I think this is the first time I did it, and I saw all 5 jewels like transform there. I was just like, oh, thought it was the greatest thing ever. And then when you come around to the side, it really does. It looks like a big foot. I like how they made it compact down, how it actually kept the form they wanted it to be. It looks like a foot. So then when you would have, again, we'll bring over figure, oh, Forze, you lost the switch, an Astro switch, no. These things are so finicky. Maybe I'll do a review on this later, but there we go. Okay, so the idea was that you would we'll straighten out his legs. This doesn't have the peg on the bottom, so this is going to make it a little difficult, but you would just be like, here we go, we'll twist them around, we'll get the head facing forward. All you would do is you basically peg in the rear foot, and now you've got, well, maybe I'll get them to stand even without, come on, there you go. So now this is basically what you'd be looking at. You've got the figure on the peg, and he's just riding along, and you could push it along and ride or kick through everything you'd want. I think it's a good idea. Obviously in the show he puts his foot into the back of the bike and rider kicks through everything, and unless you've got a lot of stands you're not going to get that really cool effect, but I think that this is good enough for a display piece. So if you want to keep it in this form, that's great. I think it's really cool. I personally like it in the dragon form more, and I like just transforming into this and then like doing my own little rider kicks, just having fun with toys, it's what they're there for. So we'll get rid of that and put him over there. We'll just lie him down. So here we go. This is the dragon. We're gonna just do it one more time to change him back, show you what it's like. Break it out, really simple there. Unclip, and then you gotta line it up, goes right in. At the tail, just straighten that out. Come to the feet, rotate them back, flip down, other side, rotate back, flip down. Pretty easy. Now again, the tricky part is, let's bring the feet down first, and then you gotta rotate these until they hit the wings. Break the wings, rotate those, and then you're able to rotate the feet the rest of the way down. And we'll bring the feet in, we'll bring the neck forward, head up, lift out, bring down, and then we'll just put the bike on because this is the form I like the most. Boom, boom. Bring it up till it ratchets. Flip these out. Again, set the front of the bike in first, and then just press it into place. So there it is. That's the review of the Wizard Dragon. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but again, I just think that this whole unit itself is a really great figure. I think it's a good display piece. I think it really does exemplify what Wizard was all about, magic and dragon, and it's I can't say better words for it. So I think that about does it for the review. If you like what you saw and you want more, please click that like button below and subscribe, comment, share, favorite. If you want to see a specific review, comment below. You can follow us over at Facebook. The details will be in the description. Definitely to Nakama Toys. Again, thank you guys so much for having this. I would definitely go check out their store in person. It's a really great shop. The guys there, they're really great. Brian, Mary, love them to death. So once again, this has been Brock of Midwest Tokusatsu and Toku Toy Time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out. Whee!
Next time on Toku Toy Time.
So many questions, yet no wishing. Speak your wish now.
It's more for Lord Beerus. He said he'll blow up the Earth unless he meets a Super Saiyan God, right?
Huh? He's here? The Lord Beerus? Oh, pleased to meet you. I've heard things.
Likewise.